Yo, so we have some big time news that we need to discuss for us New York Giants fans. I can't wait to cover it with you. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your man R0B back at it. Yeah, that's right, back at it after a long hiatus. Back at it again with another New York Giants video. Appreciate y'all, man. As you can see, the background behind me is different. We've been gone for a minute, but we moved. We had a lot of stuff going on, so we'll get you caught up here, throughout the videos. But I appreciate y'all very much for clicking on this video and watching. And I'm looking forward to getting back into the grind and uploading daily Giants content for you. Before we go ahead and jump into this video, do me a quick favor. Go ahead and smash that like button. It does help the videos get noticed. Smash that subscribe button. Turn on those bell notifications so that you never miss another upload. Let's go ahead and we're going to jump right into it. So my first video back, man, right now there's been a lot going on. So I'm going to be making a lot of videos that are going to be kind of covering what already previously happened, maybe a couple of weeks late, obviously, from some of the moves, free agency. We're going to talk draft. We're going to do all that. But today we're going to be talking about some news, right? As you guys all know, the conversation with inside the New York Giants, right, or around the New York Giants in regards to some of their decision making, and i.e. the major decision making as far as re-signing Daniel Jones last two off seasons ago. So not last off season, but the previous, or no, it was last off season. Sorry. So the off season in 2023, signing him to a multi-year deal, 4 years, $160 million, $82 million guaranteed. And then obviously we know how this season went. Didn't really go as planned. He got hurt. A lot of people got hurt. But before he got hurt, even before that, when he was on the field, he was not playing very good. Was not playing good football, right? And so, the conversations that we've always had around, whether it be Twitter Spaces or on timelines, is revolving somewhat around John Mara and his influence with inside the organization. Now, I am firmly believing that, that John Mara does have some pull, obviously, and does try to persuade or lean one type of way. But Connor Hughes, about 5 hours ago, went ahead and put out a tweet. They're at the owners' meetings today, and Connor Hughes put out a tweet, and I'll read it to you guys, and I'll have it pop up here on the screen. And it says, if Giants were to fall, and this is from John Mara himself, if Giants were to fall in love with a QB in the NFL draft, John Mara said he would support Joe Shane, Brian Dable drafting one. Mara says the Giants are looking at quarterbacks. He later added he's been told this is the best QB class in years. So that's good news. Right, that is good news. Now there was another video that surfaced with Michael Garafolo, where he was basically saying that he has all the confidence in the world in Daniel Jones. Obviously, you got to say something like that, but it seems to me that with that quote by Connor Hughes, that John Mara is giving Joe Shane and Brian Dable their full green light to do whatever they feel is necessary for this organization. And if they find a quarterback that they love and that they feel is a franchise-altering quarterback, that John Mara is given the green light and they will look at and go quarterback. Now, this is very interesting, especially with what we heard a couple of days ago, which was put out by Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, that speaking with Gerard Mayo, the head coach of the New England Patriots, who also hold the 3rd overall pick in this year's draft, are basically open for business, saying that they are willing to listen to offers and potentially move back in this draft. And seems like they have some confidence in Jacoby Brissett, who they went ahead and brought in this offseason and signed him. Seems like they're pretty confident in him and his capabilities, right? And they basically said that they're open for business. Now, at this particular point, if I'm Joe Shane and I'm Brian Dable, with some of the more recent news, obviously with Minnesota going ahead and acquiring a second first-round pick, having picks 11 and 23, And with the news and the rumors going out there that they are heavily trying to move up into the top of this draft, if I am Joe Shane, I am not leaving anything up to chance. I am not leaving any stone unturned. I am on the phone with the New England Patriots, offering them the best deal possible that they cannot refuse to move up to the third pick. Now, the Chicago Bears, they went ahead and traded Justin Fields, and all signs point to them taking Caleb Williams, which, to be honest, obviously was always the right move. Did I think that they would do it? No, because some of their decisions that they made, like bringing back Matt Eberflus, and changing everything on the offensive side, and leaving the head coach in place, kind of was giving me vibes that they were looking to potentially keep Justin Fields. Now, the right thing for them to do was always to draft Caleb Williams and reset at the quarterback position. That was always the right thing to do. And it looks like that's where they're going. That's, the direction that they're headed. As far as when it comes to Washington, that's up in the air. I was of the belief and felt very strongly that I felt that they were going to go with Jaden Daniels. I felt like Jaden Daniels fits that build, fits that mold, the type of offense that they want to go ahead and run there. With Cliff Kingsbury, you can make and run a similar offense to, what he did in college and also what he did at Arizona, with Kyler Murray. Very similar skill set. But there was news today, and Tom Pelissero breaking it at the owners' meetings, that when he's talking to executives, when he's talking to people, the guy that they think is more likely at 2 is J.J. McCarthy for Adam Peters, the first-year GM for the Washington Commanders. So, that is interesting. That is very, very interesting. So, we'll find out and we'll see, what exactly potentially will happen. I still think it's going to be Jaden Daniels, but regardless of the fact, let's just say they do go J.J. McCarthy. At that point, it does make that third pick a little bit more interesting, right? I think if Jaden Daniels is on the board at 3, I don't think that the New England Patriots are going to go ahead and make a trade. I think that they do take Jaden Daniels. I believe that New England wants Jaden Daniels. I believe that's the guy that they would like to add. And if he is on the board, I do not believe that they will go ahead and make a trade. If he is not on the board, then I do believe that they would be inclined to make the trade. Now, is this something that is going to take place? Could this trade take place prior to the draft? Sure. And I think in retrospect, I would like it to. And then if the chips fall that way, where say the Commanders do kind of do a 180 and go and, kind of shock everybody and take JJ at 2. Well, now, you know what? You got your choice at 3 of Drake May, Jaden Daniels, and you got 2 of the best quarterbacks that are in this class, at your disposal. Now, I am not a big Jaden Daniels fan. I do think that he's a great prospect. I get a little bit of, in my opinion, Justin Fields 2.0 vibes. He had one good year, in my opinion, where he put up a good amount of stats, and I'm just not really sold. I think he's too scrawny. I don't like his body style, and I just feel like, to me, the way he runs, he puts his body out there, and he's an injury waiting to happen, in my personal opinion. That does not change the fact that he still should be a top 5 pick in this draft. I am just hoping that the Giants don't draft him. But if they did, I would support him, obviously. I'd be happy. Anybody is, at that point, I'll take anybody over Daniel Jones right now. But I do think that he's probably, in my opinion, in this draft, I have Jaden Daniels, as the 4th or 5th best quarterback in this draft. I think it goes Caleb, Drake May, Michael Penix, and then, you could probably flip-flop Jaden and J.J. McCarthy. If you want to put McCarthy at 4, Jaden at 5, Jaden at 4, McCarthy at 5. I could flip-flop either one of those 2. But those are my top 5. My top 3 have always been Caleb, Drake May, and Michael Penix. Those are the guys that I've always liked the most. And I'm going to stick with that. But if the Commanders go ahead and make that trade, or make that pick, and they take JJ at number 2, and the trade has already been done. Now, if you're Joe Shane, you got your pick of the litter here, right? You got your choice of Jaden or Drake, and you make the change. You make the selection, right? So I do think that when it comes to the Giants, when it comes to Joe Shane, I do feel that Drake May is probably a guy that they would really like to go with. I think it does resemble, or he does resemble, a lot of Josh Allen and some of his skill set and what he's capable of doing. And I do see the comparison there. A lot of people are making the comp to Josh Allen, so I do see that. So that may be a guy that they look to try to push for. There's also a or a great deal of rumors that that they really like JJ McCarthy as well. So we'll see what happens. Um, but it's interesting to finally, at least to hear that John Mara is going ahead and giving Joe Shane and Brian Dable the green light that if they are of the belief and are lockstepped in that there is a quarterback that is available to them that they can go ahead and get, that they will go ahead and make the trade to go ahead and go up there and grab that guy or just draft that guy at 6. So that's always good to hear. So I think this has just been something that Giants fans needed to hear. And at least for me, because that was always a concern. What is John Mara's role? What is he playing all of this? Is he going to kind of hold Joe Shane and Brian Dable back from making this decision? He shouldn't have, but it's clear now, based on his comments to Connor Hughes, that he's going to allow them to go ahead and make a decision if they fall in love. And the fact that he's been told that this is the best quarterback class in years, I think that speaks volumes as well. So appreciate you guys watching the video. Let me know in the comment section, what did you think about Connor Hughes' tweet? What do you think about what John Mara said? Are you happy? Are you elated? And does this change your opinion? I know that there's a lot of people out there right now that are lockstepped in the Giants going ahead and taking a wide receiver at 6, and I don't understand that, and that's going to be a topic for another video. I promise you that. But this at this particular point, for any Giants fans that were hesitant about what is going to be available, the fact that Connor Hughes now is saying that John Mara is, willing to go ahead and trust in Joe Shane and Brian Dable on getting a quarterback if there's one that they love and they feel is going to change their franchise. And with the New England Patriots basically saying that we're open for business, I think that Joe Shane needs to be on the phone, pulling out all the stops, and every New York Giants fan should be hoping that we go ahead and move up to 3 and get our franchise quarterback for the New York Football Giants. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Go ahead and hit that like button for me. It does help the videos get noticed. Smash that subscribe button. Turn on those bell notifications so that you never miss another upload. It's good to be back, y'all. I'm R0B, signing off. Go Giants.